Cam's comments last week on sloth and fear got some big reactions. One from a listener who suggested a book for Cam, and the book, Cam says, is working.
I hadn't expected the reaction to last week's commentary on fear and sloth. The podcast version was forwarded more than most, and the social media version got lots of attention and forwards too. Most of those commenting were like me. Sloth is not such a problem. Fear is the problem. A friend pointed me to a book that he says changed his life. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers and was first published in 1987. It's sold millions and has been translated into 35 different languages. Fear is a big seller because it's a common problem. I downloaded it to my Audible account and there it sat before I finally decided to listen. Frankly, I was skeptical. I find most of these types of books thin on content, and I should know because I've written a few. But if it changed my friend's life, then maybe some relic of this dated message will resonate with me. So this morning, sitting with a coffee in my hotel room well before dawn with the curtain open to watch the sunrise, I hit play to listen to the book. And I'm only on chapter 3 and can honestly say I've taken a whole new and different approach to this persistent nemesis of mine called fear. So far, this book is working. And there are many highlights already, but this stood out. Jeffers says there are 5 universal truths about fear, and we should repeat them 10 times a day for a month or more. Well, that's a bit much for me, but I will print them and pin them to the wall near my desk. And here they are. First, fear will never go away as long as we continue to grow. Fear is a consequence of growth, and growth does not happen without fear accompanying it. Second, the only way to get rid of fear of doing something is simply to go out and do it. Third, the only way to feel better about myself is to go out and do the thing which I fear. Fourth, not only am I going to experience fear whenever I'm on unfamiliar territory, but so is everyone else. You and I are not alone, but you'd never know it because we all wear such brave faces, don't we? However, we're all feeling much the same. And fifth, my favorite one, pushing through fear is less frightening than living with the underlying fear that comes from a feeling of helplessness. Jeffers goes on to say she's never met someone who doesn't struggle with fear. Maybe they're out there, she says, but probably not. Some call it nerves, some call it anxiety, some call it worry, but it's all the same thing. It's fear. And it's helpful stuff to know. But results come from taking action. So with these 5 universal truths about fear in mind, I'm going to tackle some things I've been avoiding using very thin excuses, but in truth, I've just been afraid to do. Join me, if you will, please. And together, let's see what happens. I'm Cam Marston, and I'm just trying to keep it real.
To hear more commentaries, search for Keeping It Real with Cam Marston on your favorite podcast app, or follow Cam Marston on social media.